I want you guys to give a rip-roaring round of applause to Rob Putnam. Rob Putnam, where are you, Rob? Where's Rob? There he is. I see him. Hold on. Simmer down, guys. When I say explode for Rob. Hold on. Come on. Ready? Go, get up for Rob!
Thanks, everybody. Here's my story. There were three people that had to be persuaded. The first was myself. The second was a state trooper in Indiana. Not such a bad state because I didn't get my ass kicked. And the third was a Van Halen security guard. So it was 1992, and I was like spring of '92, and I was in the last quarter of graduate school, master's program. And it, like any rightly constructed 22-year-old guy, most of us were not that into academics. I wasn't. I was in the program, but my heart wasn't in it. My heart was into partying, chicks, and rock and roll, i.e. Van Halen. Van Halen was Sammy Hagar. I know, not the David Lee Roth Van Halen, but it's not. It was the early '90s. You took what rock you could get. So what I did, and it dawned on me that what I had to do was meet Eddie Van Halen, still my favorite guitar player of all time. So what I did was I forged an Access All Areas backstage pass. But I did this saying, well, I'm going to make this just for fun. I'm not going to use it, because that's too scary. Of course it is, because you will get your ass kicked. That's what Van Halen security guards do. They're paid to kick the ass of guys like me who sneak backstage. So I made it. We were going out to see them in Fort Wayne at I think it was the Memorial Coliseum. So the whole show, I convinced myself I wasn't going to use it because it's just, it's too risky. You'll go to jail, get your ass kicked, blah, 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 blah. Now, during what I presume was the last song of the show, because I had bootlegs of the tour and I knew how they were ending the show. This is where they ended. So, at that time, I said, all right, I'm just going to go and see what it looks like, where the backstage area is. What's it like there? Is there nobody there? Is there 50 guys there looking to kick the ass out of me? Like there are going to be here after I tell this story? And I go there, and there's a solitary state trooper, Indiana state trooper, youngish. He doesn't know. And no, as an aside, this is the early 90s. Nobody had color printers at home. Now, if I made a fake laminate, what they call a laminate, a little, you've seen them at various shows. They're a little plastic thing people wear on a rope, which is cute, and you'll see why later. I think they call it, whatever they call it. Thank you. See, if you guys, where were you guys 25 years ago? I know you would save me from getting my ass kicked. I walked up to this state trooper, and I had a little, I guess an alligator clip, and I had this clip to my Van Halen shirt, And she kind of looks, and what I'd done, I'd taken the cassette insert. Cassette, another indication that it was early 90s. And I had it reduced, I took it to the UFC, the bookstore, I don't remember, they had some kind of photo duplication place at the bookstore at the University of Chicago. And I didn't go there, I went to DePaul, let me just clarify that. And I had the cassette insert reduced by 20%, and it was about the size of the little laminates you could buy at, I think, Office Max or wherever I bought them. And I took some rough letters, and I tried to write Access All Areas in black letters, and they were kind of uneven and on Access All Areas. And it was the I don't know how many of you guys had the album For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge. It came out in '91. It was the cover was like red leather with the Van Halen logo. So I was like, that's probably what they're going to use, because I think I'd seen some other laminates, and they look like some variation of the album cover. And so I walked up to this lady, and I did see some security people who had Access All Areas passes. I was close. I was pretty close. Not close by today's standards, but by early '90s standards, good enough. And I saw it was the same background, the red leather background, but it had Van Halen's picture in the middle, like the four guys screaming into a mic, and it said Access All Areas on 3 lines in gold. And I was like, well, I'm just going to go up to the state trooper. And she looked at it, and the one thing I remember from graduate school is that if somebody or if you ask somebody something and you qualify it by saying because, or like, you know, can I cut in front of you because I don't want to wait? If you say because, people are more likely to let you go. If you say, can I cut in front of you, they're like, no, you can't. So I remember that, and she looked at us and says, what is this? Oh, I'm a local crew. This popped in my head, I'm local crew. I didn't need to go backstage. Go ahead. So, oh, shit, that worked. And so, like this, the shape of the venue is like an oval, and there, the back to the top of the oval on either side is where they have the gate and the state troopers, blah blah blah. And you get back there, and that is the backstage area. And I was back there about 20 minutes, just walking around, and you know, I'm scared as hell because there's probably, I don't know, 50 people on this crew, and they're kind of looking at me, but they're working like, I don't know who that guy is. And there's part of the backstage area is dark. It's anyways. We had to leave the backstage area where it was dark because they're going to do this big firework. And so as soon as I left there and I was in the lighted area right by the dressing room, and some guy comes up to me because I had this clip. He goes, hey, what is this? And I go, I didn't know what else to say. It looks like it's my ass. And some other guy, a big guy, Van Halen ass-kicking size guy, came up and grabbed me, and he was shaking me like I was in the air. Like, and he was shaking me all over. Who the fuck let this guy back here? This is not a lane, blah, blah. And I was like, dude, I'm not here to call shit. I just want to meet Eddie Van Halen. And calmed him down a little bit, but he was still pissed because probably he looks like an asshole. Somebody got backstage with this cheeseball pass. So he took me to the edge of the ejection area and threw me back. I took air. I was Air Jordan at the time. And he threw me out. He said, you see that door? Walk out of that door. I'm going to kick your fucking ass. I said, that's where I'm going. I'll see you later. Quick postscript, if I may. I am now friends with the person who was Van Halen's tour manager at that time, and I hope he doesn't hear this because he doesn't know that story. So if anybody knows Scotty Ross, he's not with Van Halen anymore. Van Halen doesn't tour, but don't mention this. So thank you very much.
Give it for Rob one more time. I don't know about you, Rob.